badminton have been hosted together, and the world's top talent compete here on the world stage the year before the Tokyo Olympics and Paralympic Games. A sporting event on unprecedented scales. And having para badminton alongside in the adjacent hall renders it an organisationally giant challenge, but I'm sure the Swiss efficiency can pull it off. That's the scene in the St. Jakobshalle. That was a really long women's doubles, a brilliant women's doubles as well. And just confirmation of the scoreline. We've been treated to 2 3-game affairs in our first 2 matches of 10 we'll be bringing you today. But next up, it's going to be women's singles. Nozomi OKUHARA, the 3rd seed, against Hyun, the 10th seed, in this sort of former world number 2s going toe-to-toe. And this one nicely poised at 4-all head-to-head, these two. That's where we are in the women's singles draw. Just in the 2nd quarter, that is. Bingzhou and Hyun have done battle, and Bingzhou has come through down below the Chinese 6th seed, winning in that all-Chinese clash against the 13th seed in straight game affair, 21-18, 21-14. So who will meet Bingzhou in the quarterfinals? Will it be OKUHARA from Japan, the 3rd seed? She's a marginal favourite against Hyun, who I covered her match yesterday. Hyun, tall, imposing athlete, coming in last there, very powerful in the legs. She'll have to be today because Nozomi OKUHARA is like lightning quick. Japanese out first, 24 years old, born in Nagano, now residing in Tokyo. She's been up to 2 in the world. That was just a month ago, playing off a ranking here of 4th in the world. She's the Japanese number 2. Here's the coin toss. Let's listen in.
Let's have toss. Receivers. That's up.
Okay, so Nozomi OKUHARA electing to receive and stay ends. There's the coin. World number 4 against the world number 11. 24-year-old against the 28-year-old. Both have done a lot of winning this year, but Nozomi OKUHARA almost twice as many wins as Hyun. There's the profile I was telling you about. Just 2 spots off that career high of last month. She won the Korean Open, 5 runner-up showings this year as well, and 4 semi-finals too. So she's had another consistent year with back-to-back finals in Japan, Singapore and Australia, after consecutive semi-finals in Germany, England and Malaysia. It's been a great calendar year for Nozomi OKUHARA again. And there was her first win over the talented Russian Evgenia Kozitskaya in straight games. Just over half an hour she needed, having had a bye in her opener. That was out on TV Court 2. Now, what of Sung? Brings a lot of game to the court. 4 years older, quite a lot taller. Off the ranking of 11th at the moment. It was back in March 2017 where she was number 2 in the world. And she's been a top 10 mainstay for a long time, just outside it right now. But she's had 15 wins, only 11 losses this year in the 26 matches she's played. She beat Kim Hyo-min, her compatriot. I think the head-to-head there is now extended after that win to 6-0. Kim unable, over the course of all of those 6 matches, to ever take a game off of this player. Sung was just so watertight, so strong in the legs, just rarely buckled. As we take a look at our court officials, welcome to them for the afternoon. Yeah, Nozomi OKUHARA, well, she's won 29 matches, only lost 10. Sung Ji-hyun has won 15, lost 11. So far more success this season for OKUHARA, hence the top 5 world ranking. I love this humility pre-match. So gracious, isn't it? She does it every time.
She does.
What do you think of that, Morten?
I think it's a kind of ritual and meditation, and I think it's just something she's used to. Some are wearing the same socks or whatever it is.
Not for the whole week, we hope.
No, but everyone is having something.
On my right, Korea. And on my left, Nozomi OKUHARA, Japan.
From the top of the second quarter in the draw sheet, Herbing Zhao lies in wait. Who will join her? Sung Ji-hyun against Nozomi OKUHARA. Round of 16 clash. And one of the topics of conversation, Morten, is, you know, with Sung's absence in the Sudirman Cup because of that wrist injury, and what with An Se-young getting all of the
attention.
Yeah, I'm wondering how she reacts to that. I mean, so far, no signs of anything untoward.
No, she's been very cool.
Yeah.
But it's interesting how she started this game. She's punching these attacking clears to the deep backhand corner of OKUHARA, and then finishing it with that slice from forehand to forehand. And this, I think, is something we're going to see a lot, that Sung Ji-hyun would try to really overpower OKUHARA on the back line.
Well, both are imbued their games with plenty of patience. So I anticipate long rallies, right?
We can have long rallies, but perhaps not for sure. They also play good winners, both players. But I still think I would add on a little bit on your introduction of OKUHARA, because for the year 2019, she has not won a tournament, where last year in 2018, she won the Thailand Open and the Korean Open and the Hong Kong Open, all Super 500 tournaments. But this year, she has actually not won any. And if we look at Sung Ji-hyun, she has not won any tournaments in 2018 or this year, 2019. They are very steady in their performance, and that's obviously why they are as high as they are on the world rankings and all that. But I still think that both of these two players possibly feel a little bit disappointed from the fact that they've not been able to win a tournament this year. And it's been a while since Sung Ji-hyun have won tournaments. She has been steady into the top 10 for years and years and years. She dropped out of the top 10 end of last year, but that was the first time since 2012. So a very steady player, but not winning a lot of tournaments.
Well, masterful from the 27 world champion of Glasgow, OKUHARA.
Yeah, that was an epic final. She won against PV Sindhu
that's quite
in
something.
Glasgow. A match.
110 minutes.
Yeah, a match people are still talking about.
22-20, the deciding game.
드리블만 가지 말고.
Here we see these punching clears as well. This time Okuhara is getting well out of it once again. Well played by Okuhara.
We mentioned, Morton, at the top of the programme that they were locked in at 4 head-to-head matches apiece, each with 4 wins in simplistic English. And Nozomi Okuhara has won 4 of the last 5 head-to-head matches. The last match was in the Fuzhou China Open in November of last year. That was a straight game affair, so she's improved a lot, hasn't she?
That's correct. Well, it's, of course, also an interesting experiment that Nozomi Okuhara is into, in the sense that she has opted out of the club system in Japan, which means that normally they are supported by these big companies, the company teams and all that, but she has opted out of it because she wants to make her own decisions and all that. She's still in the national team as such, but she has changed her training environment. And in all honesty, I don't think it's paid off yet, but let's see.
I'll tell you what, as much as I'm sure they're dear friends, herself and Yamaguchi, Mrs. Okuhara, as the 3rd seed, I bet there's a slight aspect in her mind that she's happy that Yamaguchi's now gone, losing out to Yojamin.
It's
There's
never
a long
to
way
tell.
To go, isn't there?
It's
But
never
they
to
are
tell.
in the same half.
Yeah, Yamaguchi won the last encounter between Yamaguchi and Okuhara. That was in Japan Open in the final.
Seven, 9.
So a cagey, tight affair, this one, from the offing.
Yeah, that's a good smash, good finish by Sung Ji-hyun. And this is what she's doing really well. These overhead shots, whether she's choosing to play her slices, smashes, or attacking clears, this is definitely her favorite position. She loves the attacks from the back line.
9.
And when it comes to the front of the court, that's possibly where she's the weakest. When she's got to defend slices from the back line and all that, that's where she's a little bit weak. Here we saw an example, she just got it back. But well played by Okuhara. Wonderful spinning net shot, setting up the smashing opportunity.
Several Japanese fans locally. Nice to see. All in good spirits because the scoreboard is marginally their players' lead. It's a fascinating sport, isn't it, badminton? Because, of course, you know, in a lot of sports, you'd sort of suggest that the bigger, stronger athlete would normally come through. But, of course, it's all about speed, agility as well. And Okuhara is lightning.
Yeah, she's definitely not the tallest of athletes, but she's playing wonderful badminton.
Play.
Yep, just long over the back line. So it's Nozomi Okuhara who graciously takes the lead, 11 points to 9 in this opening game.
KOR 20 seconds. KOR 1, 20 seconds. Thank you.
Well, it was a very strong start from Okuhara, rifling out of the gates. She had a run of 6 consecutive points.
11, 9. Play.
Then Sung bit back with a run of 4.
That is over. 10, 11.
So a little bit of fun fact for you, Paul, on Nozomi Okuhara. The name Nozomi does actually in Japanese means hope.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, that's a nice name,
Positive,
isn't
I
it?
like that, yeah.
Good pressure shot here by Sung Ji-hyun. Once again, directing it to the forehand side at the front of the net on Nozomi Okuhara. This one here, and she cannot keep it in. But she scored already 4 points from that situation here in the opening game. Suggesting that's really something that Sung Ji-hyun has been thinking about. But here we saw what I mentioned to you. She's quite weak when it comes to trying to retrieve slices like what we just saw here from Okuhara. Likes the overhead situation, is not so keen as and when it's under the tape. Once again, directing towards that forehand. And nicely disguised into the deep forehand here of Okuhara. Very well constructed by Sung Ji-hyun. Yeah, well left.
Service over 13-12.
Super straight smash from Sung, who's really into this one now. Both of them fully dialed in. It's a very competitive, tight opening game.
It's been a while since we've seen Sung Ji-hyun play as well as what she's doing here in this tournament. So it's nice to see her back to that kind of level, because it has been a time, quite a long time. But that's where she's in trouble. Again, when you see that reverse slice here from Okuhara, she's getting very, very late on it. Here, look at that one. Just scrambling it, and then, of course, the reply is not strong enough. And that's really her weakness when it comes to cover at the front of the court.
Service over 14-all.
Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it? Again, the clever use of the slice.
Yes.
And prior to it, the backhand lift away deep into the Korean's corner.
So we have a challenge. It's
First
called
of the
in,
match.
but Sung Ji-hyun is challenging that one. So let's see. So Hawkeye saying that's well in, which means that the challenge is unsuccessful.
One challenge remaining. Service over 15-14. Play. Service over 15-all.
Well, you do know that this opening game will really set the tone for the overall match. Of course it will. And these two just fighting really hard with all they've got here to ensure the opener goes their way.
Yeah, we talked a lot about the fact that Okuhara won the World Championship in 2017, but in 2015, Sung Ji-hyun won a bronze at the World Championship. Of course, not a gold, but nevertheless a medal.
Service over.
And when we talked about
16-15.
Sung Ji-hyun's 2018, I can tell you that she lost 9 first or second round matches last year, which is quite a lot. And here,
Service over 16.
once again, that shot is working out for Sung Ji-hyun. The slice from forehand to forehand.
Service over.
Persistence from the Japanese.
Yes, good play by Okuhara.
17.
Clever
16.
that she's not opening up the court but attacking down the line. So every time I meet Sung Ji-hyun on the bus or at breakfast or wherever we meet the players, I always say, please say hello to your parents, because I was playing against her father back in the 80s. That was Sung Han-kok, one of Korea's best men's singles players at the time.
Eighteen. 16. Do not change each other. Play.
Once again, the same combination from Sung Ji-hyun. Attack slice from the forehand.
18.
And surely Okuhara must be aware of that now.
Service over.
Reverse slice that time from the crafty Japanese.
17.
Getting the shuttle to those awkward parts of the court for the Korean. So a 2-point lead and 2 points away for the third seed from this opening game.
Service over. 18. 19.
I think that Okuhara thought that
She touched the net.
She touched the net.
Yeah, I thought so too. This was, let's have a look. Great get. No, she didn't. It's a great angle, that, isn't it? You get clarity immediately. There was no shuddering or shaking of the net tape, indicating that it wasn't touched by Sung.
It's close. It's really, really close. And nicely disguised by Okuhara. Really nice lift, attacking lift down the line.
Two game points for the third seed in the women's singles here. Oh yes, rifling the straight smash to its target. Nozomi Okuhara, as world number 4, wins the game 21 points to 18. 23 minutes played.
떨어지는 거 되게 생각이
기본을 치면은 네가 더 불리하다. 그러면 지금 후자쪽에서 끌어들어가면서 좋은데 보는 거 있잖아. 그걸 생각해. 10개 중에 10개 다 안 들어와. 그중에 반만 받으면 돼. 반만 받으면 릴레이 간다. 그러고 오른쪽에 스매싱 타이밍 나올 때 있지. 대각선에 돌려줄 수 있습니다. 반스매싱으로 안 끝난다고 지금. 그러면 그걸 끝내려고 굳이 때리지 마. 그냥 받고 또 다시 가는 거지. 직선에서 다시 대학 샌드했을 때 나타나서 대학 한다. 나타나서 둘째 치는 것도 스매싱 그렇게 바꿔라. 앞에 좋은데 들어 라운드에서 대각으로 이쪽으로 생각이 나는 라운드.
Well, again to the good then. The third seed. Things looking good for her in this 9th chapter between these two. They've both had 4 wins over the years.
One, love.
That's well left by Sung Ji-hyun.
1-0.
Well, I think she played a very good first game. Much better than what we've seen her play lately. So hopefully she's injury-free and able to train and go full blast.
Then it's over 2-1.
How long does a protected ranking last for, Morton? Do you know?
Yeah, it's
question.
about 8 months, I think.
Right.
What are you thinking about?
Well, of her, you know, she was out for quite a while, wasn't she?
Yeah, but not enough for protected ranking. They were never asking for protected ranking for Sung Ji-hyun.
Oh.
They were asked for protected ranking for Son Wan-ho,
who's at 6th, right? So what was the difference there?
His injury, he's out with the Achilles rupture, and he's out for quite a while, so they protected him straight away.
Why not Sung?
They probably believed that she would be quicker back on court and not protecting that ranking.
3-2.
She's so light-footed, Okuhara. Look at that. She's so quick on court. That's way out.
And that really, as you've so eloquently informed us all, is the sort of slight disparity between the two athletes, isn't it? She's so tidy in that area, right there on cue. Those short, low shots from well below the net.
Yeah, Okuhara is covering better for these slide shots than what Sung Ji-hyun is doing. But it would still be nice to see that Okuhara would be able to build upon her game and maybe create more winners. Because when she's up against other players, sometimes she is only able to retrieve and not really score points, and that's a bit of a problem for her. And once again here we see these slice shots. That's really troubling Sung Ji-hyun. Yeah, once again, really played to perfection, and the coaches at the Japanese bench very happy with it. Trying to have a look at here, quickly anticipating, and cross court it goes. And that's out. Oh, she took it. Good pressure. Ay, 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 ay. Fantastic pressure there by Okuhara into the deep backhand corner of Sung Ji-hyun, and she completely not able to capitalize on such a fine, fine shot. Here we see it. And then that shot really let Okuhara down. And Sung Ji-hyun managed to score the point.
Okay, play. Play. Don't play.
Yeah, no doubt Okuhara plays a lot faster than her opponent. And once again, repeating myself, but the slice did the damage. Sung Ji-hyun really finds it difficult to follow pace here. Look at this one, directing it cross court very quickly. Yeah, that's a wonderful attacking clear by Okuhara. She's definitely playing well at the moment.
And untroubled by the slices from her opponent as well, eh?
No, not at all. It's working out much, much better now for Okuhara. But she's upped the pace, and that's really paying dividends.
Quick.
Three-point cushion, and all of a sudden there's a feel of Japanese control right now. Sung has stepped off stage for quite a while there. I'm surprised she was allowed to not be ushered back to the court a little quicker, if I'm honest.
Play.
That's out. It's a challenge from Sung Ji-hyun. It, however, looks out on the sideline.
Yeah, challenge spurned out of desperation, perhaps, and a chance again just to go to the towel and collect herself and stop the flow for the Japanese, more importantly. Is that what this is all about? We'll soon find out. Did feel out to us, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah. And she had a good look at that as well.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining.
Stall the play challenge.
9-5.
That's a new technical term. Yeah, look at how fast Okuhara is at the moment. Really pushing pace. And Sung Ji-hyun have to watch out now. Otherwise, this match is slipping away through her fingers.
What can she do to counter that, Morten? Any ideas?
She must try to go on the attack. She's got a good attack and she must try to use it. Here she's getting a chance.
But again, she succumbs to the Japanese patience and persistence. Okuhara watertight right now. She's on a roll. 11-5 she leads in game 2. And a game to the good as well. The Japanese all over this one.
수비 자세 안 갖춰주면 승산 끌려다니다 게임 끝난다고.
11-5.
Well, it's an upward graph she's on right now, Nozomi Okuhara. A roll of 6 points in a row. Now, will the break just give Sung a little breathing room? Can she get her teeth into this now?
Service over 6-11. Service over 12-6.
Nicely done. Delicate touch around the net and a wince from the Korean.
That one is going out.
Well, she's played twice the badminton, Morten, hasn't she, Nozomi Okuhara? Some would say, well, she might be fatigued, but not so. She's battle-hardened and really match-tight right now. And there seems quite a disparity at this stage, right?
Okuhara very, very seldom get tired. What happens on occasions when she's having these really, really tough tournaments and matches is that her knee is troubling her and she's getting trouble with her knees and maybe have to not play for a few tournaments and then get back into it. However, I think the play of Sung Ji-hyun at the moment is not creative enough. She's putting too much pressure on the back of the court, and Okuhara is responding really well to it now. And she's got to play much many more shots as she was trying here to play tight net shots. She must try to play the front of the court instead of start pushing to the back the whole time, because Okuhara is responding really well to it.
Oh, she's found that as well. Sun doesn't think so.
JPN challenge call in.
If she's won that, that's 11 out of the last 12 points that the Japanese has notched up.
Really stepped up the pace, Okuhara, and it was very noticeable.
Oh, it's just out. Good challenge from Sun.
Out. So it's over 7-15. Play.
Yeah, that's better. That's a good shot there by Sung Ji-hyun, doing exactly what I think she should do. Try to move Okuhara a bit more and make the court bigger. And she really did well on that one. Very nice cross-court drop shot there.
Sung Ji-hyun really digging deep now.
And this is her favourite shot of all shots. That around the head cross-court smash is really the trademark of Sung Ji-hyun. And look how it's played to perfection.
Okay, thank you. Play. Okay.
Well, she's been asked to really bring it, as Sung Ji-hyun, and she has responded well. 4 consecutive points for the lady in red. Never seen you looking so lovely as you did last night. Sorry, everybody, I couldn't resist it.
Yeah, Krista Burke.
11-15.
Well, a handful of Korean points. She's playing really, really well now, Morten. She's listening to you.
She is moving Okuhara a bit more and making use of a greater variety of shots. But she really needs to play net shots from a net situation and not only lift it every single time as what we see. But here, another perfect cross-court smash from Sung Ji-hyun.
Well, in this all former world #2 battle, we're seeing a very high skill level. Okuhara roaring with delight, bursting the Korean bubble of 6 consecutive points with a point of her own, back on track.
And it was a very nice surprise by Okuhara. Go on the attack and the follow-up, and very decisive. That's better. Oh, what a beauty.
Just when the Korean was laying down quite a platform to springboard off of, it gets pulled from under her feet. Okuhara with another stunning point. aided by the net here, but it was precisely struck, the reverse slice. Look at that.
Sung Ji-hyun a mile away from that one.
Three in a row for Okuhara now. It's been swaying around all over the place this second game.
And then we have a challenge from Okuhara.
Okuhara challenge call out.
Well, it's almost as if Sung put her finger out to encourage the lines judge to call it. And that perhaps is why Okuhara has gone upstairs. Did you read it that way?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
It was well long.
It was well long, yes.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining.
Yeah, lots of
Service
psychology goes into it.
13-18. Play.
Well, Sung unable to recover any court there.
13.
Okuhara closing in on the last 8.
And that's out too.
20 match point, 13.
7 match point opportunities for Nozomi Okuhara, the 3rd seed from Japan. She's been consistently solid this afternoon.
The touch was letting Sung Ji-hyun down on the last one there.
Yeah, the 2017 world champion in Glasgow comes through the battle of the former world number 2s in some style. Straight game affair it was, 21-18, 21-13. 46 minutes was all she needed. That was a standout showing from the player that's done almost twice the winning this year than Sung, who had, to be fair, been out for a little bit with a wrist injury. But Nozomi Okuhara it is, from the land of the rising sun.
Yeah.
All smiles moving through to the quarterfinals.
Well deserved. She played the better match today, no doubt. And it's good to see that Sung Ji-hyun is back in top badminton. And it's interesting that Okuhara is actually talking English to the camera.
Yeah, interesting. She was sprightly, she was moving well, and after, there's that 6-point flurry from Sung. But to no avail in the end. The Japanese with all the answers.
Oh, 2-0.